was quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
The questioning of Drake Maye and what's been put on his plate. Has too much been put on his plate, and do they have to reassess what they've put on the plate of Drake Maye? To which Mike Vrabel says, again, paraphrasing, it's something we have to consider. Is that fair? Right out of the chute like that? Mazz Murray?
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, and I think that comment today signifies one of two things, and neither of them are good. One, it's the start of finger pointing, which I think you're alluding to. It's, hey, don't look at me. Josh McDaniels is the one who's putting too much on the plate of the quarterback. Or two, the quarterback might be a bit of a hammerhead and can't handle all this new information in this new offense. Either way, it ain't good.
So I don't like the part of throwing McDaniels under the bus.
So you think that was throwing McDaniels under the bus?
A little bit.
Okay.
Wasn't
A little
his
bit.
guy.
I mean, a
Wasn't
little
his
bit.
guy.
So I don't like that part of it. But do I think the criticism of Drake Maye is fair?
Because Mazz, when I have some other stuff where I think Vrabel was pointing the finger at McDaniels. I think that's been going on today from Vrabel. I think Vrabel's been subtly pointing a finger at McDaniels today. And I'll give you some examples. That was not one of them, oddly enough, but maybe I should put it on the list.
I would put it on the list.
Go ahead.
So, again, I don't like that part of it, but we all know that this was an arranged marriage, at least on some level, and so you're going to get some of this sort of stuff. But in terms of the criticism of May, it's legit. Totally in play. I mean, you can say, well, how can it be both? Either the offensive coordinator is not bringing him along or the kid can't handle it. And I would tell you the kid can't handle it, at least not yet.
Well, I guess a broader way to ask this is how much of yesterday was about Drake Maye?
I'd say a fair amount.
A good chunk, but he's not the complete reason that they lost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like if I say 40%, is that... You know, I'm just giving you a number that's a little less than half, but is a lot. Because I thought that May did a poor job in this game. And I wouldn't say it was a complete, total F, because there were a couple of places in the game where I thought he was getting into a rhythm. McDaniels was doing a good job of play calling, and they just can't punch the ball into the end zone. I mean, they had a stretch there from basically the second drive of the game through the beginning of the third quarter where they had the ball all the time. They owned the ball for about 16 out of 20 minutes, and they got 3 points out of it.
I mean, it's not Drake Maye's fault that he threw 46 times. So that's on them. And Josh, what are you doing, especially in those conditions? And I know the rain eventually stopped, but I thought you were going to be a little bit more balanced at the very least. Ground and pound. You have good running backs. Why is he throwing 46 times in that game? That makes zero sense to me.
They ran the ball 3 times in the second half, I think it was.
Yeah.
Right? 3 carries in the second half.
It might have been 2 from the running backs.
Right, 2 from the running backs. One was a give to Douglas. So it was a little reverse play.
If you told someone that didn't watch the game, you'd be like, oh, they were down like 25 points then, 24 points. It was still close. Like, you could still run the ball in the second half.
That said... they didn't do a great job of running the ball, at least between the tackles. I feel like the only time they really got anything was when it was Travion Henderson. You know, and I don't know that they played him enough. He was out on the field for less than 50% of the snaps, I think it was, 41%, something like that. I'd like to see more of him, less of Ramondre Stevenson, and that doesn't mean he has to get the ball every play he's out there. But in any case, long story short, The offense, to me, was the story of the game. The defense was okay. Yeah. It wasn't horrible. The 2 possessions at the start of each half were brutal.
I don't like anything they did yesterday.
Okay.
I don't.
Me either.
So do you start with May? I guess because it's the quarterback and it's the most important thing, and they need him to be really good for them to be viable. And so, yeah, and I know it's going to generate the most interest, so sure, start with the quarterback. But I don't think – I did not like the defense at all. And I thought the coaching was really poor.
What didn't you like on the defense?
Big plays. They allowed 9 plays of 20 yards or more. 9.
I can explain that in 2 words.
They gave up a touchdown on 3rd and 11 for 26 yards. They gave up a first down at the end of the game on 3rd and 20 for 26 yards, I think. They kept blitzing. That's me, sorry. They kept blitzing. And I think at key moments, Vegas, certainly to start the game, they kept sending these blitzes, and I think Vegas just toyed with them. So too many big chunk plays, too many blitzes that were sending extra guys that didn't get home, and they didn't get off the field in key times. Gave up a third and short, gave up a fourth and short in the second half. I hated the defense.
I didn't hate the defense as much as the offense. The offense was way worse.
Oh, I don't know. I'm with Mike. That defense reminded me of what I've watched the last 3 years. If it was third and long or third and it felt like the opposing offense was feeling confident, they were going to get it. They couldn't get off the field.
Their safety play sucks.
Oh, my God. And
sucks.
So the Hawkins squatting on that 3rd and 11, which is like, what are you? Now that's you.
That's me.
Gosh,
you a dork ass.
Did you ever hear a vibrate?
Well, I have to have my phone on with notifications to log in, Murray, and then I forget to turn it off. Go ahead.
Blame the dual authentication thing.
Mine's quiet when I do it.
Where was I? What was the question?
The defense. Hawkins.
So Hawkins squats on the touchdown to begin the game. Carlton Davis squats on a 3rd and 20.
Brutal.
Little fake slant that wasn't even that much of a fake. He squats on it. It's like, those are stupid individual plays, but I'd say it's bad coaching too. It's like, GT, I'd like the simplest thing, get back on 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 20. Get back. Don't let the guy get behind you. It's so simple, and it wasn't coached into him properly. So I thought the coaching sucked. I thought the defense was bad. And the running game was bad. It was all bad. I thought it was all bad.
It was all kind of half-assed. I mean, some of the reporting didn't Bedard say, like, this felt like kind of a lax summer? You would think it would be a little bit more intense with Mike Vrabel and a new head coach and all of that, but at times it felt lax. I think that translated yesterday. The whole thing felt half-assed. It all looked the same,
so
pretty much.
This is all just a long way of saying, like, I just don't. Maye was a part of all those. He was equal to all those problems, and he was in there. It's just it'd be a cleaner conversation if other things were good and he cost them the game. I don't think he cost them the game. Everything cost it. The special teams sucked. Of course, the drafted kicker misses an easy kick.
Oh, he looks good. Yeah,
which was a sneaky kind of momentum killer.
Yep,
that was in that sequence where they kept getting off the field on 3 and out and not putting up points. The first drive of that was he missed a bunny 40-yarder. And then they had penalties on a punt return and a kick return that took them out of good field position. And it was all bad. It was all bad. I'm sorry, Mazz.
No, it's okay. I mean, I told you. I'm not telling you the defense was great. I said it wasn't as bad as the offense. It wasn't dreadful. They gave up 20 points. And again, the touchdown was Jalen Hawkins blows. He seriously, he blows. What's he doing out there?
What?
You're telling me that you wouldn't have been better off with Duggar or Jabril Peppers on the field yesterday?
I was going to ask you, Peppers doesn't run well. He's not a great passing game player, but
he's usually in the right place.
He's been around the block. He's been there. Is he going to jump a route on 3rd and 11?
No.
With the entire end zone behind him?
No.
As the last line of defense? I can't imagine.
And Hawkins had a couple of mistakes yesterday. That wasn't the only one. And don't give me the interception because that was a fluke play. That was Carlton Davis making
Davis
that
made
play.
That play.
So that wasn't his play. Hawkins was a problem in that game. Their safety play blows. It's awful. They don't have a deep safety. They don't have one. They don't have one that can read what's going on the field. They don't have it. It was again. The Raiders had one trip in the red zone. The first touchdown was outside the red zone. The only one they scored on was the one where Genti ran it in from the 3-yard line or whatever it was. And on that drive too, there were deep passes down the field. So I'll give you the deep passing problem. I think that's safety play. That's my 2 cents.
Okay,
but
Drake
the
Maye.
offense was
about Drake Maye.
Murray, go ahead. Sorry, unless you were going.
No.
Look, the jury is still deliberating, but I'm hearing they might want to come back with a verdict pretty quickly here in the next few days, maybe next week or so. Because let's say if we were playing Hangman and the word was stinks, we're at STI. Because outside of the Raiders were about to go up 14-0. They get the ball. That drive, I was like, okay, all right, now he's feeling himself. He's getting in a rhythm. The second half, I think, was his worst half of football I've seen him play since he became the starting quarterback of the Patriots. He was atrocious in that second half.
He looked unsure of himself really the whole day. That's the part that worries me. Now, I don't know if this is an offense change that has him flipping out, but he would make one read and then run to start the game. That's what he was doing. One read, run. And then when he did throw or tried to throw early, he threw high. He was inaccurate. So there was that. The sack that he took, not the strip sack, but the one that he took that Campbell got blamed for, if you remember?
Yes.
He stepped into it.
He did. He walked right. He walked right into it.
That one was not Campbell's fault.
So I didn't think so either. Campbell actually held up okay on it. Not great, but okay. And Maye,
he's supposed to protect his backside behind him. If he steps forward into the sort of
that's on
traffic,
Maye.
I mean, he can't block a guy 360. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I thought that there was some lack of pocket presence or awareness in there. Like, there were very few plays where I looked at him and said, ooh, that was a good play. That was a good ball, delivered accurately, decisively, maybe 2 or 3 total in the whole game.
Is it just on Maye? Do you blame anything around him? The coaching, the scheme. He's being asked to do too much. Back to the question that Vrabel was asked today, and everyone's sort of asking, is he being asked to do too much?
I think there was some truth to that, yes.
I think they're filling his head with too much information.
Where do we get that from? Like, how do we know that? Why do we think that?
Because he looks confused, or to me, I describe it as he doesn't look confident.
His mechanics are worse.
He looks unsure of himself.
Okay, so why, if they've given him, him calling out the mic causes his pitter-patter feet?
I think that when he takes the snap, if something changes, he doesn't know what to do. So if his first read's not there, it's and then run. He runs. So now either that's because he's not there yet and he's starting over again, or he can't do it. And I'm not ready to say it's the second thing yet because he's only played, 10 games?
He won the most accurate guy at UNC.
No.
So he didn't come in as known as an accurate passer. He should be, though. He's a natural, fluid passer of the football. I still believe that. Of course I still believe that. The ball comes out of his hand nice. He's got a good, natural thrower of the football. He should be a more accurate passer. So I'm blaming Josh McDaniels for the fact that he's not accurate?
Well, again.
No, that's not McDaniels'
fault. Not to cross sports. Jordan Hicks can throw a baseball 100 miles an hour. Does he know where the hell it's going? Some guys are just hammerheads.
There's that word again.
Still go back to the hammerhead thing.
Yeah, there's that word again. No, I think it's about being sped up. I think you lose the accuracy when you get sped up. And all of a sudden, now the ball's coming out high. How many balls did he miss high yesterday? 4?
And that first 3 and
5?
out. Yeah, I mean.
Listen, there's some things we're going to blame Josh McDaniels for. I want to know why I have to blame him for Maye's lack of accuracy.
You don't.
I mean, this goes back to Maye. You know? Are you, diligently working on your footwork and your base and your follow-through and your mechanics? That's on you. That's got to be something that you are personally driven to do and to adjust and change and work on it. But if you're telling me that he's got to call an even or odd front at the line of scrimmage and that's crawled inside his head and now he can't be accurate, I mean, okay. I feel that's giving the kid kind of a break. But overall, that was disappointing yesterday. It's a winnable game against a beatable opponent. Do you think they lost because they don't have enough talent?
No.
I mean, they not against that team.
Thank you. That's my point. I mean, they clearly don't have a lot of talent.
Who were some of these guys making big plays for the Raiders yesterday?
Did they have enough talent to beat Justin Tucker? I forget these names.
Michael Myers from Halloween, like this other tight end?
Right. So, listen, Bowers is one thing, and he got you. Well, he got hurt.
He did.
And then it was just 87. It was the other guy.
The other quarterback was pretty good.
Well, I mean, we did tell everyone that.
You just said he was better than Maye, which he shouldn't be. He was better yesterday. But no. Hey, help me with the names. Justin Tucker.
Trey Tucker.
That's a pervert kicker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Trey Tucker. Dante Thornton?
Yeah,
Never heard of him.
The better Thornton.
Michael Mayer?
Yeah, the other tight. He was real good.
Yeah, Austin Powers.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, did you have the talent to win that game yesterday?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, against that team?
Win that game.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
they absolutely did.
Mike, how much of a factor in the game was Max Crosby?
It's
okay.
3 to 5 plays in the second half.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't
You
take
didn't
the
hear
game
his
over.
name much.
He didn't take the game over.
No. And is there another defensive player that you?
Well, you know who was real good yesterday?
White.
Devin White.
He was.
Oh, yeah.
He was good yesterday.
He's like, I remember him looking like this in Tampa.
I'm just saying
he was good.
This is my takeaway. There's going to be a lot of weeks, and the season certainly the Pats are going to be undergunned talent-wise. Then there's going to be maybe half their games where they are going to have the talent. Yesterday, to win that particular day, yesterday they had enough talent to win that game. And when they were playing right, you saw it.
Yes, definitely.
They up and down the field, they were the better team for a quarter and a half in the middle of that game. From Hawkins' interception through Maye's interception.
Yeah, pretty much.
They were clearly a better team up and down the field.
They kind of dominated the game in there.
And so I'd say talent-wise, they're kind of even. Net, in the same ballpark. You're home opening day. They're coming from the West Coast to East Coast. That's a winnable game. That's a beatable opponent. And you couldn't do it. And frankly, you weren't even all that close. So that's concerning. That you're not ready on the margins to win games you can win.
That nothing's changed.
Because there's going to be weeks where it doesn't matter what you do on the margins. You just don't have the talent. And so what does that all add up to? It's kind of scary. That was a scary start